Hello, guys, if you can see me already. Ooh, that's a really bright light. Let's try this without that. Are you really going to do this to me today, camera? This is not good. This is not good, not good, not good. We may have to try this again if that camera doesn't resolve. Hey, Lori. I don't know what my camera has decided to do to us. I may have to go live a different way. Let's try. Okay, I got it. The meeting's being live streamed. Why is the video doing this? Let's try switching cameras. That's not a very good view. Ah! Now I'm going to try to switch back. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Can you see me now? No. Yeah. I went and looked at my hair right before I came live. You know, had to go to the little girl's room. Has it fixed itself, Lori? There I is. Now I'm putting my phone down here where I can see it. So I have been playing with pineapple blocks. Some of you know I dreamed about them last night. And finding the easiest ways to create them. Yay! I know you may not want to see me. So I am, oh, Nightbot is sure right on the ball today, isn't he? So this is what I've been doing this morning. I know Zoom doesn't like it when I show big things in front of it. But I've got a pineapple block made the way I showed in my short yesterday. And that is here. And that is 16 inches across, I think is what I measured it at. So I am not using scraps to make that pineapple block that was in the first short yesterday. I actually used a jelly roll and cut 4.5-inch squares to make that one. And it comes out really pretty, but it is a big block. So I was trying to figure out if I could do the same or similar with smaller pieces. And I haven't actually cut any fabric yet for that. But I was thinking if I did 2.5-inch squares for the corners and for the center, I would need what, 1.5-inch roughly? No, I'd need 2.5-inch squares for the corners and for the center, and then I'd need probably a 2-inch strip for that center, or for the edges, I mean. So while I was digging through that, I also started thinking about scrap fabric, because I have scrap fabric everywhere. Seems like the more I try to organize stuff, the more scrap fabric I come up with. And that's getting old. So I'm trying to figure out a better storage system for the scrap fabric. I've got it in Ziploc bags. And the Ziploc bags work okay because they keep the different lines of fabric separated, but they don't work good for doing things in colors. Like if I wanted to pull all the blue scrap fabrics that I have, I'd be in trouble. Hey, Sylvia. I saw your shorts. That kimono one, the music on it is awesome. I was like, oh, that's perfect. And I never would have thought of that. So you did a great job. And Sylvia is knocking 600 in the teeth. You're what, under 10 away? Sylvia's under 10 away. Colleen is about 20 away, if I remember right. 580 something I saw on hers right before I came on. And yes, I do have a little bit of a frog in my throat. I'm in the grip of an asthma attack. 9 away. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I do feel like the mommy, although you guys are doing all that work to get there. I'm just so thrilled, happy, impressed, proud. I don't even know. Yeah, 9 away. That's just like, yeah. I'm going to grin from ear to ear now because that's what I do. Sorry. So I have, my chair is going to squeak. I'm sorry. I can't fix it. It's and I just random quilted it however I felt like. I kind of liked the straight lines, but not as much as they did. I didn't really want to do like, you were prepping for tomorrow's live. No, today is Thursday, honey. Let me hold that up there so you guys can see it really well. And like I said, I haven't cut my threads on the back or anything, but I think it looks pretty good, especially for color coming from a picture I received via text. No, today is Thursday, Sylvia. You don't change days. You're just a few hours ahead of us. It's what, 7 o'clock there? Yeah, didn't he come out really cute? He, she, it. And then I had a little bit of that binding that I made left over. So I just took it and sewed it as like a little hanger thing. Because there's a hook right there on the wall where I had eliminated a bunch of patterns. And I put him up on the hook so I wouldn't forget to show him to you guys. Sorry about that. The asthma attack is manifesting as what feels like a string caught right there. So I keep feeling like there's a string in my throat. You're gonna go live. Yeah, it's 7 now. Okay. But I think the giraffe came out pretty cute. And of course I will do more freezer paper applique, but I'm gonna do something simpler that I can share a pattern with. I don't know whose pattern or whose picture this was that I copied from. Well, it's actually the size of a piece of paper, Sylvia. It's 8.5 by 11. So I thought, yeah, that was pretty cool. So Tracy Albert, the rotten girl. She's not rotten. She's my biggest cheerleader is what she is. I was talking to her yesterday, day before, and she was like, oh, you like pineapple blocks? And I said, yes, I like pineapple blocks. Hello, I'm a dingbat. I like pineapple blocks. So she had me go watch a live that Tiffany did back in October of 2022, in case anybody's watching this later on. Ooh, a donkey? I'll take the donkey if you care to share. And Tiffany was doing a giant pineapple block quilt. I don't think I want to do a quilt like this. But from watching her, I was like, oh, that would be really cool as a table runner to make blocks from or whatever. So I pulled out a yard of fabric and I cut it into 4.5-inch squares. You can see a little selvage on that edge, but it will fit in the seam allowance that I'm using, which is a 1/4 inch. So I cut that up, and now we get to why I started digging for scraps. I went and found a jelly roll. There you can see. And the jelly roll is all dark colors. It's all purples and blues and maroons. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that. So I cut up a few fat quarters in different colors that I had laying here, or not even really fat quarters, pieces of fat quarters I had left over. And I'm mixing those together with those darker colors. Okay, Sherlock, to make a block. And I like the block at like 16 inches. I think that would be great for a quilt, and then put the 2.5-inch sashing in it. But you can follow my squirrel brain here. My squirrel went off and said, but you need another project bag, and you like using random blocks for project bags. So that's what I've done with that pineapple block, is I'm working on turning it into a project bag. It will be put up as a tutorial on the channel, because I think the project bag I made before, I made on a live. And oh, my camera's gonna act up again. Did it come back yet, Sylvia? Oh, it's doing it again. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't like it when it goes weird on us. And because I'm looking at my phone and the camera instead of at the computer, I don't see it when it does that. So I appreciate you letting me know. I went funky again. According to both sides I'm seeing right now, it says that I'm good. Ugh. Cleveland Clinic has decided I need text reminders for something. I should be back now. If I'm not, let me know. Oh, big guy, that stinks. That stinks. I've got it too, though. I have 2. It's doing it with 2. So to do this block, it starts off with a 4.5-inch block. Yeah. Well, we don't want you to have the unsub glitch. What number are you at today, big guy? And Sylvia's at 581 today. 591. My bad. Sorry. I'm afraid to move that camera now. Now I gotta find my foot pedal so I can bring it closer. One of the reasons I did Zoom today was because I was gonna move the camera so I could show you guys how this gets sewn, basically live in real time. You know, it was really funky. When I finally went over 1K, I went over one evening and I went to like 1,003. And then about 10 minutes later, I lost 10 subscribers, which made me do it. I was like, okay, that's really made me angry. Didn't make me do it, made me angry. Because I was like, really, YouTube? I get you 1,000 and now you're going to take 10 subscribers away. Jerks, right? So it was like the next day or the day after, they all came back. I went from 1,003 and I went up to like 1,020. So I don't know if YouTube did something different, if I put up a short that was, you know, really attractive to people or what. But you will get there. It will happen. And when it does, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. My big concern for you is that are you going to get copyright strikes when you go over 1,000? You shouldn't, but we all know YouTube does funky things. That was the one thing that surprised me, because I had a lot of videos where I had used YouTube Shorts music. I know you don't use YouTube Shorts music, but I had used it, and a lot of those videos weren't eligible because of me using the YouTube Shorts music. And I'm like, gee, that would have been nice to know before I busted my tush to use it, because I was, using it a lot. So what I've done so far is I've sewn strips on 3 sides of that 4.5-inch strip using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And yes, big guy, you will get there. I mean, you're so close to it right now, you could breathe on it, right? And how Sylvia feels right now is 600. If it's any consolation, I know of at least one YouTube channel that went to bed with like 4,000 subs and woke up with 9,000. Did I freeze again? Switch the camera and see if that helps, because it seems like that makes it work right again. Yes, no, maybe. Aw, well, you may have to buy some more vinyl records. And do you have to have it on vinyl to do it? I mean, is that the basic premise of your channel? Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. I am, and I actually was going to bring this up later in the live, but okay. I am thinking that I may want to move to 1 live a week, because then you don't have to endure the craziness that's going on with the cameras and YouTube, at least until we get moved. And I may want to move to evening or early evening, like 5, 6 o'clock. And that's not because I think so much of myself, but because it did it again. No, it's just now showing up for me. It's because, yeah, I see it, Lori. It just, I fix it and then it shows up later on the video. Why is reposting them not going to work, big guy? Do you not have the records anymore, or do you not have the videos anymore? Hi, Marie. Hello, hello, hello. Now, Marie, if I remember right, you're in California, right? So I definitely want your feedback. I'm thinking about going to one live a week and either doing it earlier in the day or later in the day. Because the times that I'm working with right now actually collide with meeting times for my husband at work. So I'm thinking of changing the time and then just doing one because at least until we actually do get moved, if and when that happens. Oh, I appreciate it, Sylvia. Well, I was thinking about going to like 7 o'clock at night, but that doesn't work for you at all. So, yeah, that's not a problem. Wisconsin on Central Time. Okay. I was thinking somebody was in California. Anyway, I think California is either 3 or 4 hours behind us. And let me bring this up here. So this is how you do that corner for the pineapple block. And I'm sewing my HSTs as I go. So here's the line that goes halfway across the block. And then I'm sewing a half an inch away so that I can get that HST and have it ready to go. Because I will use those in something else. HST is half square triangle, in case you don't know quilting terms, big guy. And then there you get your pineapple edge. See how that shows up there? And you do that all the way around those 4 little corners, and then you add straight side seam blocks and do the corners again. And you keep doing it until it's as big as you want it. As long as it's before 5 my time. So see, that's kind of what I was thinking, was maybe 5 o'clock or either 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And I think Thursday might be the day for that. The only thing about that is it comes summertime, we usually get afternoon storms like from 1 to somewhere in there. So that would mean, but if I did it on Thursday, that would give me the ability to move it to Friday if I had to, as long as that wouldn't conflict with Sylvia's live that she's doing. And I did it again. No, I don't know what this thing is doing. It's on crack. I don't think he's even on a meeting today. There's my ruler. And I'm drawing on these, on some of them. I did it early, and you could actually fold this over. You could fold the 4.5-inch block in half. Well, I'm hoping so, but guy isn't moving very quickly, and we're both going, you're a flakeazoid about the guy. So the other thing you could do, rather than having to mark, is you could just fold them over and then sew along that crease on there. So you didn't have to actually mark it, and then just sew a 1/2 inch away from that to get your HST. Oh, yeah, tech is just a pain. And I'm tired of fighting with tech. I can't afford to buy anything fancier right now because I'm cheap. No, I'm practical. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Besides, I don't think that anything's going to help the bad internet. I think it's the internet itself that's our issue out here, rather than the equipment that I'm using. I mean, we have Starlink at this point. And even with Starlink, we're still having issues. Even with Starlink sitting in the room with me, because that's where the modem, router, receiver, whatever you call it. Hello, Lynn. It's in here in my sewing room. We moved it in here to try to give me better reception. And we did that months ago and it isn't working. So the first one I drew on, the second one, I creased it and then sewed along the crease. And they both look fine as far as I'm concerned. So that makes this the absolute easiest pineapple block ever, in my opinion. Oh, you working on an FPP? Guys, everybody does FPP different, but I am so impressed that Sylvia can just create her own pattern like it's nothing. That's just a skill I don't have. If you guys are wanting to learn it, I like it. That's what I've seen on her lives. And she has Piecing It Real, which gives you real-time help from people. But I learned a lot from Sylvia. I got to watch her teach Tracy Albert how to do FPP. Yeah, Colleen, if you type in like a smiley face emoji in the same comment where you put at somebody to tag someone, it erases everything except the smiley face, and I don't understand all that. Anyway, I got to watch Sylvia teach Tracy Albert how to do FPP, and I was like, oh yeah, because Tracy was making mistakes, and I got to just listen to how to fix them, which in my opinion worked out really well. I'm trying to turn my face to you guys. Let me turn this a little bit more. Trying not to touch that camera because I'm afraid it's going to mess up on us. And then, so I got to learn how to fix things without going, oh my gosh, you know, my type A overachiever part kicking in there and causing issues. So big guy, as far as you go, did you answer, you did or not? Oh, okay. Oh, awesome, Sylvia, awesome. Yeah, this one is just, Marie, this is, Tiffany did it on a live in October. And I looked at it and I was like, holy cow. And there's another way to do this that I'm working on. It does the first block without any issues. But when you go to do the next block, it has a glitch that I'm trying to figure out. And then the other thing I'm working on, and this is how I got stuck on pineapple blocks. I started moving scraps around today because I have my scraps stored in Ziploc bags. And I realized when I started moving my scraps that I have a ton of scraps in a ton of Ziploc bags in a ton of different places. And I need to put them all in one place. And we were talking the other day, I think in Colleen's live, about how Lori Holt has this awesome fabric storage system, and she does. But Lori Holt herself said in one of her videos that she also has a storage shed for her excess. And I'm like, well, gee, if I had a storage shed to move my extra stuff into, I wouldn't have to, worry about it either. What I've got is what I've got. I've got this, and I've got part of the space in what should be the dining room of our house. And my goal is to organize it so it all flows better, even if I can't condense it. But I'm working on it. Oh yeah. Sylvia, you put up one and said it was January 20th or February 27th. Did you mean January? I wondered about that when I saw the thing earlier. So here's what we've got so far. This is basically one round and it turns it into a pineapple. And then I want to try to do it as a 2.5 inch. Yeah, well, I have project bags and I'm going to make another one out of the other big pineapple block that I already made. And even they had an issue. I've been sewing handles onto project bags for days as I find them, so that I can hang them up. I got a bunch of hangers for my closet. Yeah, I've got a bunch of hangers for my closet. I want to hang up all of the sheets that I have for backings because that would be easier for me, I think, than digging through a hamper, which is where they're stored at right now. And then I want to put the project bags over a hanger as well, so that I have all of those project bags in one place in my closet. So I went into Nightbot to fix that, and is it still showing up like every 10 minutes? Sylvia, we all have senior moments. They're not always senior moments, though. They're just, our brains go, ding. So, and on this one, I used 3 different colors. I meant to use 4 different colors. I don't know why I didn't. But there's the start of a block, and that's already, that's an 8.5 inch block right there. That's the first round. So if you wanted to make a pineapple block quilt with 8.5 inch blocks, so 8 inch finished, you could do that easily. You could sash these, and it's not, I mean, this block took 10 minutes to make, 20 minutes with my mouth running, right? So you could make a really easy pineapple block quilt and it looked like you did lots and lots of hard work. And the hardest part of this is cutting the 4.5 inch squares. So I imagine that you just adjust the size up and down, but 4.5 inch squares work with a 2.5 inch jelly roll, which means that if you had an old jelly roll or old jelly roll pieces you wanted to use up, you could do that. Oh, go Sherlock, go. Yeah, senior moments. It's on 10. I need to move it to 15 or something. I think 10's too much. It shows up all the time. But at least we've tamed Nightbot so it doesn't kick everybody out for saying hello or waving or whatever. I was watching an old live that I did way back where it kicked Sherlock out. And she came back in laughing, thank goodness, because, you don't want your mods kicking out people that you really like, but it was just too sensitive. And look, I'm covered in glitter again. Dark blue shirt. And there's my camera acting up again. All right. This is a pain in the badootie. Ah, stupid camera. Let's see if it'll. I wonder if it's the camera acting up or if it's Zoom or the internet. Because remember last week I was on my phone using that as a camera. Yeah, yeah. I have to go look at that. It's been a while since I've looked at that feature, Colleen. It really has been. It's been a while since I've looked at much of anything on Nightbot except to add a couple of people. So anyway, the technical issues are why I'm thinking 1 live a week and then moving it to a different time, hopefully when it's not interfering with, that guy next door with hubby's meetings, because he is the breadwinner, at least until, I get 1 million followers on YouTube, which might be never. But he's the breadwinner and he needs access to the internet over and above me, even though I have fun when I do lives. My funky look is hilarious. Okay. Yeah, Nightbot should work tomorrow. And I did get, let me slide over here because what kind of inspired the I have to move stuff is this. And the short's still not up about this, but January is white sale month. And I may be the only person here who's old enough to remember them being called white sales. I'm putting that big bag down there because I may want to reuse it. And Walmart had their Christmas clearance stuff up. I don't want to, it's bad enough the chair squeaks. I don't want that to squeak. And I got, I don't need those bags. 2 sets of sheets. Now these are Gap Home. Yeah, these are Gap Home sheets. So these are fairly hefty cotton. And they came in the mail a few weeks ago. But I have 2 sets. They have, and I think I bought Queen. That's a twin. Oh, I guess I got twin. They were on sale. They were on sale for really cheap because I know that I pay, it might have been $15. I normally pay $15 for fitted sheets for our adjustable beds. So I must have bought this, but this is a flat sheet, a fitted sheet, and 1 pillowcase in this fabric. Now, the twin is 39 by 15 plus 15 inches for the overhang to go under your mattress. So that's a good size piece of fabric. It's big enough to do a backing for a twin size quilt or a couple of baby quilts. So for $15, I got enough backing for at least 4 baby quilts. And if I took the elastic off of the, I'd have enough to do a king size quilt for 15 bucks. Anybody here shop it? So yeah. Are the 108 by 108 still like $55 plus shipping? So I saved myself a ton of money and I got 2 of them because I like the colors. The Pioneer Woman comforter sets were on sale at Walmart too. Yeah, they're blues. They're very pretty colors. That's why I wanted to show them, is because we're not looking at, crappy colors. This isn't, orange and yellow and colors that you'll never use. This is colors that I would buy to put on the back of a quilt. So why not use fabric that's way less expensive? So I like that. I thought I would share that with you guys. And January is, like I said, white sale month. Sometimes if you pay attention at Walmart, they have twin size sheets for $4.97 for a twin size flat sheet. That's big enough to do at least a twin size quilt. Sometimes if you really pay attention, you can get a king size flat sheet for $9.97. And that's enough to do a queen, possibly a king, depending on how big the flaps are at the top and bottom. Yeah, I thought it was great deals. That's why I bought it, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. And then I bought something else. I bought after Black Friday. Might have been for a Cyber Monday deal. And I don't know if you guys can see this box, but it's about the size of a shoebox. and I just opened it today. This is 50 tubes. I'm frozen. I hate you when you freeze. Hey, Tracy. Come on, camera. I'm frozen on that one. Let's try to go back to it, see if it works. Always picks these great faces that I make when I'm doing stuff. Hey, Tracy, Tracy, Tracy. So anyway, this is what I got. It's in a shoebox sized box, and it's tubes of acrylic paint. And these actually go further than the little bottles do, and they don't dry out as long as you put the caps back on them. So these were either $19 or $29.99, and I bought them because they were so inexpensive. Because normally the bottles of apple barrel acrylic paint are like $1.50 a piece, and they dry out really fast in my experience. So I'm going to go through those bottles about their apple barrel paint that I have, and the ones that are bad I'm going to toss. The ones that are still good I'm going to box up and give to my stepdaughter. Is it doing it again? Really? Yeah, it's the camera or the internet, Tracy. I'm not sure which. Big guy, if you still have access to the videos where you put up your vinyl, maybe rework the videos, especially the ones that didn't get a lot of views. And you can download your own videos from YouTube if you go into the Creator Studio. Come on. I'm just like, let me finish this thought. Let's see if that works. Anyway, big guy, if you can download your own videos from the Creator Studio. You just go in, check the little box to the left of it, and click download. And you could rework your old videos into shorts or into new videos now to give you more content, because a lot of the people who've subscribed to you may not have seen your older videos, so they'd be all new to them. So yeah, I would recommend doing that. You know, maybe work them into shorts and put them up on the shorts feed. If you upload from mobile, you can create a short and put it into the shorts feed. That may get you some more viewers and may get you over the hump over to 1,000. That's what I did. I worked it like it was my job, Bob. Like it was my job. And then the other thing I finally got is I finally found this. This is the little blade saver where you can use your old rotary blades in here. And it's really cool. I put it together in about 2 minutes. It comes with this whole crazy instruction book. And I was like, really? I don't want the instruction book. Yeah, there's a whole lot of programs that do the same thing as that. And they'll also give you a breakdown to analytics for yourself so that you can see what's getting attention and what isn't. It'll help guide you into what to do to build your channel faster. So that's something that, you know, we look. They only had blue and green, and the green was this green, and I like green, but I didn't really want to look at green all day, every day. And they have a magnet and metal in the bottom of this. I have a magnet glued to the top of my jazz, so it sits up there and it doesn't move whenever I am chain piecing, because I use the jazz mostly for chain piecing. I have a little one that's a triangle that has a razor blade in it, but you can't replace the blade. And on this one, if I'm smart and I mark like 1, 2, I could use one for a while, then turn it, I mean, and this is an old rotary blade. So there's like 5 or 6 slots around this that I could use long before I have to change that out. It's called a blade saver. It's a blade. It's a blade saver thread cutter. And this one is from purplehobbies.com. I want to say I got it from Halo. Yeah. Does Halo not ship to the UK? Oh yeah. Big guy, there is no maybe. To shorts could work. There is no maybe. So I would definitely try it. You know, you're the only one who can decide if YouTube is worth it for you. I was pretty much kind of like, YouTube, who cares? You know, it was kind of like, I don't care anymore. And then somebody attacked me. And when I got attacked, I got mad. And when I get mad, I have to show you I can do it. So it's like, don't mess with me. I don't want to. Yeah, my Fiskars is in the drawer out there, but I use it for the Juki whenever I'm quilting, and it works really well for that. I like that Fiskars. Yeah, there's a lot out there copying us, big guy. I actually kind of thought that you found my channel because you had seen the rate of growth, because in July, I had 340 subscribers. And, you know, you can look at my homepage now and see where it's at. Switching the camera back. Big guy, try it. Try it. Okay. Well, anyway, Sylvia is growing. She's almost at 600. Colleen's almost at 600. Big guy's almost at 1,000, but I think everybody here is subscribed to him, or everybody who wants to be. And I'm looking, hey, Tracy, I don't see any other content creators in here. Sylvia, Colleen, and me, and then big guy. You know, and we're happy to share your link in here. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube's definitely a business, and it definitely takes work. You don't have to work as hard as me or Sylvia or Colleen are doing, but you need to, consistent is the big thing. You need to be consistent for your viewers. Come on. Maybe I just give up and talk over here on this one like this. It does not seem to be liking my Hue camera today at all. Computer. Okay, I will look for that. We are working it really hard. We're working it really hard, Marie, and trying to provide content that is valuable to our subscribers. One more time. But we're trying to provide content that's valuable to our subscribers across the board. And my big thing is, I know, Lynn, I'm just like, ugh, ready to scream. I normally try to go for an hour. I'm about to like strangle my camera or beat Zoom up or something. So I'm going to say goodbye for today. And yeah, hey, look, Colleen, there you are. Yeah, I apologize for the tech issue today. I think it's really the internet that's causing us problems, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to go find tech support, see if he's got a few minutes to look at it. And I will see you guys on Monday, unless I decide that I'm going to change to one a week for next week. And if I do, that will probably be at 10 a.m. on Thursday, but I will put it on my community tab so you guys can see it and know what we decide. I'm trying to work around, like I said, his tech stuff in order to give you guys a better experience on the lives, because I don't like this any more than you do. It makes me frustrated too. And I do appreciate thumbs up if you give them to me. Thank you very much. And I appreciate everybody who comes and hangs out and chats with us. Hopefully we can do this when things aren't quite so techy. All right. Bye, guys. You have a great day. Mwah. Love you guys.